Welcome back to the second hour of 8-Bits. Talked about what we've been playing, and now it's time to talk about a little bit of the gaming news and open up the phone lines. And I'll go ahead and kick the phone lines open here right now, JP. And while we wait for our first calls, I mean, I guess we should say, I know this came to a big shock to a lot of people. I don't mean to take a serious tone because it definitely came out of left field. I mean, I don't think that anyone even last year would have predicted that something like this could happen. But they did announce a new Call of Duty game last week. I know it's fucking shocking and surprising, but it happened. They when you've made the same game 30 times, JP, what do? You just put a AAA actor in there. Great. Yep. Especially one who's been on House of Cards, one of the most talked about
shows. Was this real?
Shows.
This was real? I thought this was made up news. He's really in the game?
He's in the game.
What does that fucking mean? He's like the main character?
It means that, again, they've run out of ideas. They're at a point where they just need some additional draw to the game. Put in Kevin Spacey.
I don't... What is... what? What is he going to play the president from... Oh, shit. Is he going to... Is he gonna play the guy from House of Cards? What is he?
I don't know. I don't know what he plays. Like some guy who's in charge of advanced warfare, because that's what it is. Yeah, the Martin Sheen, that guy.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Anyway, no. With that, I will just throw the phone lines on here. Yeah, and you know what? There's nothing to get excited about. Does it look cool? Yeah. Could it be like Future Soldier 2049? It could be, and I wouldn't care any more.
What if they
less.
tie it into House of Cards, and the start is him going and knocking the desk, and that's how the game starts off? I'd be into it. I'd buy that.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. I think
he's going to be the main villain and the main character, Wheat.
All in one. All right.
Call of Duty's going TV.
Guys, we've opened up the phone lines. We haven't done this in a while, so let me just make it kind of easy for you. You can dial the phone number 909-581-8519, or you can open up Skype and Skype me at djWHEAT. If you want to talk about anything video game related, something that's been in the news, please give us a call. We'll take our first one right now. Let me just make sure that JP can hear him and you can hear JP. And let's take our first one. We got Steven on the line. Hello, Steven. Welcome to 8-Bits. What's up?
Not much, guys. Thanks for having my call. I'm kind of a nerdy person, even for the average gamer. I like bridge building games, and I really like Kerbal Space Program.
That's awesome.
And, okay. Yeah.
Well, really, to just get at it, they've been able to kind of do this thing where Kerbal is kind of coming into the real world, and they've partnered with NASA to put this asteroid redirect mission in, and kind of help raise awareness as far as what NASA is trying to work on and what we're actually one of the problems we're trying to figure out. And I just thought it was really interesting kind of how gaming is interjecting into the real world in actually a positive capacity. For once, we always get labeled kind of a deviant subculture, but
yeah. Yeah, so just so that I understand, right? Because I did hear about this, but just so that everyone does understand, I'm looking at their page right now. I see the asteroid redirect mission. Essentially, they've created a quote unquote real life scenario that you sort of can use the game to run your own tests against to determine failure and success, right? But then they can use this data essentially to solve problems in NASA, that sort of thing. Is that the point of it?
It's more of an awareness campaign sort of thing to get the STEM fields need to grow in popularity in this country: science, technology, and mathematics, engineering.
Gotcha. Sure.
And the big thing is, there's people out there like Scott Manley, who's an actual astronomer, and he's a YouTuber, and he uses Kerbal Space Program to do things like raise awareness and help kind of push progress as far as, because the gaming subculture could really use this sort of positive influence to kind of make ourselves I don't know, seem less
they're not
help,
gonna they're never gonna say like, oh, this guy went out and committed terrible crimes and we found the Kerbal Space Program on his computer. He was building rockets. Like, what's next? No one's ever going to be saying that, right? In fact, I've read articles about Kerbal Space Program being used in a lot of schools.
They use it in a lot of schools. Yeah,
for physics and engineering, and I think that's fantastic.
And I just kind of wanted to maybe get, obviously your commentary on, you've given it a little bit, but I also wanted to see if you could just put this link out there. It's for a mission that actually started in the 70s, and we have a chance to reboot a project after almost 40 years to do another close pass of a comet. This was a mission that was originally structured just to like study the solar wind at like a specific point between us and the sun, and we got the opportunity to be the first people to send a mission to examine a comet's tail, and it went past two comets, not only a smaller, lesser known comet, but it also did a close pass near Halley's Comet in the 80s. And now we have a chance, because of really good planning on the part of the guy who did the orbital mechanics on the original mission. It's going to do a close pass to us near the moon in August of this year. And there is this reboot project to try and, we basically have to rebuild a transmitter because the old equipment was decommissioned. So I just kind of wanted to put it out there, and this is something that just came to my attention because of playing Kerbal Space Program, and the YouTuber Scott Manley brought it to my attention. And I really think they're only asking for $125,000. They've got over $100,000 of it already. This is the kind of mission that if we had to launch it from the ground would be a multi-million-dollar mission. We have the opportunity to spend a fraction of that and send this thing off to do more research about comets and interstellar bodies.
Sure. No, yeah, go ahead. You could throw the link into the channel.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, Steven, thank you for your call, man.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me have a platform. I appreciate it.
No problem.
No problem.
Take care. Man. It's nice that there are a few games like this. I mean, I think Minecraft is also.
It's yeah.
I mean, I see what kids
maybe not
make
too educational, but it's still.
No, but like they're like, you could play the Minecraft for fun, but like the quote unquote science that I have seen in Minecraft, it is more like engineering and problem solving. It's really quite amazing what people have accomplished there too. But
yeah,
space, there it is.
Space is crazy. That's a cool call. Thanks for who was that?
Yeah, that was Steven.
Steven, thanks for calling in about that. Go check out that link, guys. It's in the chat. RocketHub.com/42228.
I suspected that was John Carmack pretending to be someone else. All right, we're going to take another
John
call.
Carmack. He's not getting the funding from Oculus.
We got area code 732. Hello, welcome to 8-Bits.
Can you guys hear me?
We can. Hello.
Hi. Hey, guys. Just calling to ask you a question. What do you think? It's about Unreal Tournament. What do you guys think the model, since it's completely free, where is the money in it for Unreal? I don't know if you guys talked about it. I just called you.
No, actually, I'm glad that you brought it up, right? We haven't really talked about the Unreal thing. Man, I'm confused,
is this
man.
What you went and saw?
No.
The chat blew up, and they were like, wait, is it free to play? And everyone freaked out, and they were like, no, it's just free.
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that mean?
I've read very little about this, but one thing I did read was they're going to have people, modders, sell stuff on the marketplace, and Epic will take a cut of that, and that is how they hope to make money on the game.
Okay, so they're like free
So
as
they're
in like
taking the Dota approach of like the game's free.
Yes.
Here's stuff
Yes.
that
or
like,
yeah, or
okay.
TF2. Yeah. Yeah.
that makes
Yes.
a lot of sense. That was really my only question. I was just getting your input on it and what you guys think about what they said about the open source with the GitHub and everything.
I mean,
What do
that's
you guys-
awesome, right? Because Unreal
Yeah.
has actually had a really, really solid modding community for quite some time. I mean, take a look at some of their best successes that came out of Unreal Tournament. The franchise Red Orchestra was originally a UT.
Just a mod, yeah.
it was originally, I want to say UT 2K3 mod. It might have even been earlier than that. But you know, like there have been ideas and concepts that have come out of there as a result of people developing for Unreal. I mean, Unreal Engine is obviously one of the most coveted tools in terms of development today, and I feel like they're in this. They are doing a great thing by going, okay, we want to try to fill a hole, which is obviously there's no one making deathmatch games, but
Yeah.
we also want to sort of make this game alongside you. Shoot Mania basically had the same strategy, but Shoot Mania didn't have one of the most popular, most used, and efficient engines and teams behind it that you know, obviously Epic and has with the Unreal Engine.
I was just
Right.
about to say, because Epic's community is like the Gears of War community and the Unreal community. They still play the games. Like, you can go back and play the Unreal Tournament demos that you can download, and people still play on those servers. They're like too cheap to buy the game or whatever.
Right.
But there are still people out there, and it was just a crazy thing when I heard it.
Can it be successful? That's the question.
I
What do
hope
you
so.
think?
I'll definitely put money into the game because they're taking the open source approach where, like, this is your game, so we're going to make it the way you want it, and you're going to be able to see how we do it step by step, which is crazy, and it's never been done before. It's just a new page in, like, open source gaming and just everything from that aspect, and I love it.
What do you think, JP?
Yeah, it's something. Like, people did go fucking nuts. They definitely got the media explosion they wanted yesterday from that live stream. I caught the very middle of it where they're just like, yeah, it's free, and everyone was like, free to play F2P, and they're like, no, it's just free. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And just people went ape shit about that. They were super excited, super stoked. We'll see what happens. It's definitely a weird approach to game developing, but it seems like transparency is something that's rewarded right now in almost everything. And we'll see what they do. Like, we don't even know what it's going to be. I think they posted the source code that they have thus far yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Publicly.
can go check the GitHub and it's updated on the hour with the progress, which is pretty
Which
crazy.
is just
It's on
kind of
their
like,
website.
yeah, it's just fucking weird. It's a weird approach to game design, but hey, if it makes a kick-ass game and people are able to enjoy that, like, more power to them. That's an awesome
it's
thing
weird,
to do.
but it fits, right?
does.
Like, this actually makes a ton of sense to me, and I understand their strategy for it. I'm not convinced that it will 100% be successful because there's still, I mean, at the base, there still has to be something that draws players to the game, right? And then there has to
Yeah.
be some way that you are converting these players of the game into someone who's going to buy a mode or something for $4.99, right? Because at that point, the moment there's a price tag, then you still limit the size of an audience, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it as will this probably be something fun that will be, you know, several mods will come out and it'll be great and fun and awesome. Yeah. As far as the competitive side of it, I'm definitely not convinced that this is going to be even though they say, like, you know, it's going to be tried and true competitive FPS. I think the only way it's going to be tried and true competitive FPS is just in the fact that it's deathmatch. I'm not expecting this to suddenly be like the next big thing.
The thing is, like, every competitive FPS that's been like a top tier competitive FPS has been there because the community made it competitive and they created that, like Counter-Strike.
It's true, but
Fan-made.
JP, how do you still, like, that how is this going to reach beyond an audience of people who's already excited for it? How is it going to reach Dota-like numbers? How will it reach,
I think
league
the very
type
fact
numbers?
that it's free to play like that, or it's free.
I think part of it is also the way they're going about the advertising. It's like it's all open, so they're bringing in people. It's free, so you can go and download it or whatever if you're able to run it on the new engine and everything. So I think it's more or less this is the marketing ploy to get more, not even a ploy, just a strategy to get more people interested in it to create that community.
Okay. I mean, I guess, and I understand that, and I do believe that is the strategy. I'm just wondering, like, when Bob creates the definitive UT esports OMG cybersports athletes come play this game mod, and then it costs $4.99, then suddenly there's that slash in how potentially popular it can be. That's the thing.
Bob's not going to create the game though. He never brings the nacho suite.
It's more of a Jeff type game.
It's more of a Jeff. Yeah.
Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate
Thanks for calling,
it.
man. I think that's we'll have to see. Like, if you really think about it, like League of Legends and probably Dota made MOBA huge because it was free, because you could just play the game for completely free. So with that aspect coming into like someone an audience that's been trained every year to buy Call of Duty, like people are immediately going to download that. I think. I don't know if they'll pay that extra for the competitive mod, whatever that is. Hopefully that's free as well, because that's just another barrier of entry. But I don't know. I think that's going to put a lot of eyes on hopefully deathmatch style games, and people will want
that's
that
what
next
I hope.
step.
That if they can reopen eyes for awareness and create a fun game, and someone creates that, then awesome. I'm all on board. I mean, I'm definitely excited. I'm just like, I'm really curious to see how this will shape up and how
It's nuts. It was. I mean, they did the right thing. Now no one else can have that announcement. Like they're always going to be the people that said, yeah, no, it's just a free in the age of free to play. It's just free. Like there's no microtransactions at all. If you want to play the game, you just download it. So we'll see what actually comes out of that in the months to come. Hopefully they'll have something out there by the end of the year. Although that's pretty ambitious.
Yeah, it is ambitious, which is exciting at the same time. So another call coming in. We've got area code 503 joining us today on 8-Bits. Hello. What's up?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm really excited. I'm kind of a new fan, but I'm
Thanks
really
for coming.
excited about what you guys are doing over there. Yeah, absolutely. I had a specific question for you, djWHEAT. I'm doing some traveling here in like a week, and I really want a new mobile game that I
this is
really
like
enjoy.
This is like Wheat's wet dream question right here.
I know that obviously I already have FTL. I have Baldur's Gate, 1 and 2. Hearthstone already, but I want something, like you were saying the other day, it seems like, you really get railroaded by the popular games that everyone has, but there's going to be those really cool gems that, you just don't really know about. And I want to know about a couple of those so I can really enjoy this flight. Like I'm
Awesome.
sitting on the couch at home.
Awesome. All right, man. So what do you think about simulation games?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the game Game Dev Story by Kairosoft?
It's fucking funny you say that to me because I have been playing Game Dev Tycoon on PC lately.
All right.
That's been fun, but I kind of feel like I gobbled up the play style already,
Sure. So I actually have not played Game Dev Tycoon, but like Game Dev Story, which is probably where all of these companies like stole the idea from, is still a game that this game has been out since the first iPhone, but it's still a game that like every 2 years I will start playing it again. And
yeah,
it's just it's like fantastically done. In fact, all of the Kairosoft games are amazing. Dungeon Village is good. Their soccer one is awesome, and they're all simulation games, but they are all games that have stolen hours of my life. And so I mean, like it's their time warp games, right? Because the plane, they'll be like, okay, we're taking off, and then they'll be like, okay, we're landing, and you're like, no, fuck you, I just started playing this.
That's exactly what I want. Yeah.
You do me a favor, if you can handle simulation games, and they're all good, then check out any of the games by Kairosoft.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. I will. Thanks a lot, man.
No problem.
I'm
Man.
really excited for R&D tomorrow, guys.
Oh yeah, God, I forgot.
so are we.
Oh shit, thanks for reminding me. I am too. I'm super
You better
excited.
not let me forget, man. Seriously, it's been like 3 weeks.
Awesome. Hey man, thanks for your call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take care. Bye bye.
Have a good day.
Kairosoft
Weekend,
games,
whatever.
man. Kairosoft.
It happened, Wheat. You had your dream call.
Dream call.
Now the next call is gonna be like, yeah, I'm a new fan of the show, but you guys talk a lot about movies. I want to know what comics to read, and then I'm just gonna like walk out.
All right, we're gonna take another call. We've got Will on the line. Hello, Will. Welcome to 8 Bits.
Hey, how's it going? You guys hear me pretty good?
We do. We hear you just fine, man.
All right. So the other day I was on Steam and I got a Star Wars bundle, which I was pretty excited about. But when I wanted to play Battlefront 2, it said, well, they denied me a key code.
Really? Why? Is this the one that just had the servers shut down?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, it only lasted 2 days, so it's fine. I got on Battlefront 2. But what this intrigued me in was Battlefront 3. And so what my question is, are you guys excited for Battlefront 3? And if so, what would you expect from this game?
Yeah. So I mean, Battlefront is like such an amazing sort of series in terms of its history and how, in my opinion, Battlefront 2 was sort of like ahead of its time. Even the original Battlefront, you could probably say. But then Battlefront 3 was canceled and then brought back, and
Right, yeah.
we're going to see it at E3. So what I'm really excited about is that it's going to be on the Frostbite engine, like the latest version.
Okay.
And think about how old is Battlefront 2 now, right? Like when that game came out, it was like this game's having sex with my eyes. Like Star Wars is so amazing.
About 10 years old now.
Right? So I just have a feeling that we are going to just be absolutely blown away. Do you guys remember when we saw the 1033 footage? The weird Star Wars game that showed all that stuff, and then it got canceled. That's what I feel like we're gonna see, like just that level of awesomeness.
Yeah, and so I don't know if this is gonna be, like a battlefield. Like are we gonna be in tanks and bigger things, running around? I'm definitely excited.
I think
for it.
absolutely. I think it would be a travesty if there weren't something like that. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen more Star Wars games like, I hate to say it, but maybe a MOBA or maybe a Diablo 3 style Star Wars game.
They'll come soon because of Episode 7.
No, true. It's so
start to see
true.
that shit.
It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, Will. Can
you imagine the amount of nerds that would be like, I just bought Darth Vader and I'm going to go top lane.
Oh my God. I mean, you guys look at the Star Wars franchise in the mobile space. Angry Birds, Zen Pinball, Tiny Towers, they've already given their franchise or rights to their franchise to 3 different mobile companies. So it's only a matter of time before someone's like, give it to us and let's see what we can do.
Cool.
So I'm excited.
I had one other small question.
Sure.
So I was watching you guys about a month ago, and you guys were talking cooking. JP saying he puts macadamia oil on his steaks. And so I was just curious, what have you cooked lately? Or have you had any, some good food lately? What was that?
JP, I got to say. So I actually, my wife, I give her all the credit. She got this pecan steak rub.
Yeah.
That has just kind of blown me away. Like it is.
Is it sweet?
It's just got that hint of sweet. Just that perfect hint, JP, of sweet. So we've been making steaks with this stuff, and it's just like, that's definitely, I can taste it right now. So good. That's me. That's all I got.
I made some fajitas the other day, or yesterday, in fact. I marinated them for 24 hours. I still got more in there, so they're going to have 48-hour marinated fajitas, just chicken fajitas. I think that's probably one of my favorite foods. It's easy to make. It tastes great. There's a ton of flavor in it. You just go buy some fajita spice from the grocery store, put them in a bag with some water, let them marinate for 24 hours, and it tastes great. You just throw it on a grill.
Absolutely.
That sounds great.
One of my friends sent me a picture of some Wagyu beef from my favorite restaurant in the world called, I don't know what that was. Called the Playhouse, or no, the Playground in LA, which we're going to at a future
BlizzCon
LA event. Yeah. And then I just sent him a goatsy back in the because I was so pissed off. It looked amazing.
That's so funny. All
yeah.
right. Hey, Will, thanks for your call, man.
Yeah, thanks for
Oh,
having me, guys.
wait. By the way, Will, since you asked about Star Wars, they released some photos of like the first cast getting together,
Yeah.
the cast getting
yeah,
together. Yeah. What? Any thoughts on that at all?
I haven't looked into that too much. I'm excited about the new movie coming out, but I haven't read up too much about it. Like, are we going into the past again or into the future?
No,
I think
it's
we're going into
after
the
7.
future.
Yeah, I mean, it's got
Okay.
Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia and Han Solo and Chewbacca, and although they could be in it for like 2 seconds.
I'd like to see another purple lightsaber like Mr. Mace Windu. Someone's got to have it.
I'm
Or-
probably down with that too.
And you know what? I also want to see a Chewbacca Jedi. What is their race again?
Wookiee.
Wookiee Jedi. Like, I've seen this in Clone Wars, the animation. There was a young one, but
It'll happen.
We need to have it for sure.
It'll probably.
That'd be
happen.
pretty badass. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, he had like a wooden lightsaber. I was like, oh my god.
Oh shit! All right, thanks,
Pretty
Will.
Wookiee.
Thank you.
Take care,
Have a
man.
good one.
Peace. Bye bye.
Yeah, Star Wars it's gonna get crazy soon, man. That fan base is just absolutely nuts.
I mean,
And you're gonna see MOBAs pop up. You're gonna see like Battlefront could not be coming out at a more perfect time. It is so smart for them to be doing that.
we're gonna get the 3 movies, the 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, and then we're gonna get probably 2 spin-off shows, another Clone Wars, 50,000 games. So
Oh, Disney execs are like, we gotta get on TV. We gotta get on ABC.
oh, dude, look at how
immediately.
much the Agents of Marvel that has been doing, and how they like coordinate that with the movies going on. Like that's pretty amazing. So we got our next caller. We got Adam Contini on the line with us this morning for 8 bits. Adam,
This asshole.
what's
Hey
up,
guys, how's it
buddy?
going?
What's up?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Yep.
very cool, man. How you guys doing? I heard you talking about Unreal. I wanted to ask Wheat, since you actually know the guy pretty well. Do you guys know if Cliff Bleszinski is going to be involved in that?
Nah. He left a while ago.
done.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
He's not
And,
a part of it, and I'm actually pretty thankful that he's not, because Cliffy was one of the guys that always used to look at esports and go like, "Oh, that's cute. All right, Gears of War." And so, I mean, I don't think he has the vision, you know?
Yeah. Plus, Cliffy's doing his own thing. He's got some new game or some game ideas kicking around. So if he's doing his own thing there, that's cool. We'll see what that is. I'm sure in due time.
At the end of the day, I can't wait to hear about it. But
Yeah.
something else I wanted to ask you guys about, and I mentioned
Sure.
I showed you the link on Skype there. This guy Andrew who's like an esports journalist from Polygon and not Polygon, PA Report and a few other things. Like, he's doing a history book about EVE Online. I don't know if you guys saw this. It's been blowing up on my Twitter for a few weeks. It seems really, really cool. Like, it's like a book where the whole point is that it's like a straight up history book you might read about like American history or something, but it's specifically about the history the players have created in the Eve universe. And like I've never even played Eve, but now I'm like getting really, really into the whole idea.
I mean, that's one of the things that's fascinating about Eve, right? Is not necessarily playing it, but reading about all of the super, super epic shit that's happening behind the scenes. Now, let me ask you something, Adam. And as someone who is in video production, I'm sure you can respect this question. But like, how do you think that they're going to be able to reach like a very large non-Eve audience versus, say, like doing the exact same thing in a documentary style?
That's really, really, really interesting question. I mean, like, I know for myself, like I said, I've never played Eve, and I don't know if I will ever play Eve, but I know that every single time I've seen an article, whether it's on The Escapist or elsewhere, like, I'm immediately, like, chewing that shit up, you know? So, I'm sorry, excuse me. Like, so my impulse is, like, reading about Eve is incredibly cool. I would say that this might be the first step towards video, because I know that when I read those articles sometimes, I still, no matter how descriptive the article is, don't know exactly what they're describing.
Right.
So being able to see stuff like that would be cool. But like, unless CCP or whatever the hell they're called winds up putting some kind of client, expectation client in there, which I don't see happening.
Yeah, no, I don't
do.
necessarily even mean like graphically represented, but I'm talking about like interviews with these guys that have run these corporations. I mean, the thing is, like, I bet you that this is going to be so chock full of awesome information. And like, you know, the right person says it's amazing, read it, and that would probably get me to read it. If this shit was like, yo, it is a video documentary that we are doing about the great, you know, the history of the great empires, I would not even hesitate to be backing this project. And I'm not saying you shouldn't back it, it's not good, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like Eve would be the perfect one to like have all of these high profile individuals who have been playing for years really like break it down and talk about some of the shit that's happened. I mean, he's probably interviewing all of them, right? He's probably going to put it into a really great narrative. But
I mean, according to his Twitter and stuff, he's been talking to these guys like on and offline for like months now, and taking interviews and building the history out of that, which I think sounds totally awesome.
JP, would you read something like this?
No, but I'd watch something like that, like you're saying. But I still think it'll reach a good audience. I don't know if it'll reach as good of an audience like you were saying if it was a actual documentary. But that's obviously like, I think for what he's asking, there's no way he could support a documentary like that. He'd have to have a couple million at least to do all the flights and get all those interviews done and post interviews, et cetera, et cetera.
Right,
that's a lot of work.
Do a lot over Skype with, you know, and he's reached his goal. As I'm not surprised, right? I'm sure that Eve, and that may be it. Like the community itself is so big. Like they probably would be interested because I know there's all sorts of new players coming in that don't know anything about the old boys club of Eve. So it's pretty sweet though, right? That someone can get a book about a game and the lore, not of the game, but of the people playing the game. Like that's fucking amazing to me.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I'm kind of imagining what it would be like if he did try to do it as video, just because so many of these guys are very secretive. You know, there's so much cutthroat nonsense. Like he'd have like guys with that shadowed background.
Well, I started playing Eve back in 1999. I had to move 5 times and change my name legally 6 times.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for having me on, guys.
Thanks, Adam. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
See you, Contini.
Yeah, that's it's very interesting. I don't mean to sound like I'm shitting on it because that's not the case, but I'm like, dude,
that'd be great if
it was
they
a
had to do one of those
documentary.
interviews.
Yeah, if it was a documentary,
I'd love that.
I would jump on it. I'd watch it in like 2 seconds.
That stuff is probably like one of the most interesting communities or games. Sorry, communities around a game that I've ever seen. Like, I love that fucking like spy shit. I love the infiltration shit, and it doesn't happen in any other game. There's no other thing like that in this space, which is great. I'll never play it,
right?
Because fuck that. But I will totally learn and read about it because that stuff's awesome.
Yep.
And I love hearing like the dickery that occurs and stuff like that.
The dickery. Okay.
Yep. I mean, that's what that game is. Just a bunch of dicks.
Adam, holy crap, you can hear my beard that whole time. Oh, Contini, I love you.
He's already hipstering up in San Fran.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I know all about it. I know about all the secret stuff they're working on over there because Slasher's been asking me to help him out with names and stuff. Contini, just so you know, Slasher, that all came from me. It all came from me. Don't let Slasher take credit for any of that shit. Okay.
Got another call?
Let's see.
You can bring up Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for another call, it's open. By the way, for those who are asking, because some people, thank you for being so courteous. They were like, do I just call you? Do I spam call you? And yeah, you can spam call me. That's how I'll eventually just pick up your call. But thank you for asking because normally people wouldn't. So, yeah, Sunset Overdrive.
It looks
Sunset
cool.
Overdriver. Nope, that's not it. It's like post-apocalyptic, but it's the first time that post-apocalyptic has looked so colorful.
Yeah, I feel like that game is basically taking everything about shooters and saying fuck you, we've been doing the same thing for 10 years. Let's do all of the shit that we don't do. Let's make it colorful. Let's throw in a ton of guns. Let's add some parkour in there because people are loving that trend right now in video gaming. And let's make it fast-paced. And we'll kind of make it a little bit Borderlands 2-esque.
Right. I think
we'll see if it's actually good.
I think you just summed it up quite nicely.
Yeah. It looks really interesting. I'm not like, oh my god, I got to play that right now. But if it's fun to play, then I'll play it.
I like this. There's a mantra that we had: "Fun trumps realism." Good.
Yeah, and that's good.
Nice.
That's cool. It's good to see.
That's nice. What have they announced as far as what it's out for?
I think it's only next gen stuff.
Okay,
I think
it's going to hit.
Again,
it's going to hit both the 3 or the 1 and the PS4.
Yeah.
Let's look at this picture.
Yeah, I don't know it. I don't know what it is, but I feel like all the games on Xbox One look the same. Like the textures look the same. And I don't know what, I don't know if it's the modeling or I don't know. Or maybe Microsoft, the dev tools or dev kits that they're sending out, they all use the same thing and no one else is figuring out, but everything just looks the same on that console.
Oh, it is Xbox exclusive. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's true, right? It's Xbox.
Yeah, thank you.
I knew that, and then when you asked that, I just kind of blatantly said something else. So I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna see more at E3. From what I've heard, people that played it, they can't do any videos on it or capture any footage. I think they want everything going to that tailored video that the company put out on Xbox's YouTube channel, but it looks cool. We'll just see what happens. They didn't show much. It was only 4 minutes long. Can't really see if a game's going to be good in that amount of time.
Well,
but it's got some promise to it, maybe.
I mean, I will definitely probably check that out. If anything, because my Xbox One is collecting some dust right now.
It really is. So is my PS4.
My PS4's gotten some use out of it thanks to my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just, so good job, mini-wheat. I'm going to take this, might be our last call here. We've got Dominique on the line. Hello, welcome to 8-Bits. What's up? Hey, we can't hear you.
Oh, God.
Now
I'm
we
on
can.
the front page of Twitch. Wow.
Welcome. You have arrived.
Yes.
You have arrived.
So basically, what are your thoughts on a crossover? No one's thought of this yet, but what do you think would happen if someone crossed over Thief and Titanfall?
Wait, Thief and Titanfall?
So it's like a stealth mech? Is that what you're pitching?
Pretty much.
So you're I imagine here we are. I'm in a 30-foot tall mech suit. I have to quietly get from point A to point B in the city without alerting anyone. I'm gonna have to, as a member of the board here on Activision, I might have to put a denied stamp on that one. I'm not really sure.
You know what that would
I
be
was
like?
just thinking of random stuff.
That would be like that scene in Transformers where Optimus Prime is like sneaking around the house, and it's like, you're a fucking 50-foot tall robot. You can't sneak around a fucking
Yeah.
house, you idiot.
You're
Yeah, I
making
know.
so
People
much
are
noise.
driving by the house. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Oh, that's definitely pretty stealthy.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna be seeing that, Dominic.
Tasteless always used to bring that up, and he said when he saw it in the theater, his actual reaction was looking at the people next to him and seeing if they were actually believing this bullshit that was happening. And he was just like, just staring.
Oh.
Like it's,
all right.
That always cracks me up.
Let's see. I gotta get some ideas. What if someone crossed like, I don't know. Yeah.
The
I'm kinda
only
bad at-
crossover that I'm actually interested in seeing right now is Pokemon and an MMO. Not an MMO currently in existence, but just the genre, an MMO. Like that's I don't. You know, we've had crossover games in the past, some not so good ones like Double Dragon versus Battletoads or Battletoads versus Double Dragon and shit like that. But you know, Marvel vs. Capcom will always be the best crossover.
What they need to do is Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Like, why hasn't that been done yet?
Yeah, I bet you that's been pitched a few times and shut down.
Well, what if
Oh, I'm
someone
sure.
did a crossover of Pokemon and Titanfall? Pikamek, I
You
choose
really like Titanfall, don't you,
Well,
Dominic? Is that all
Yeah.
you play all day?
not really. I don't
Okay.
play it a lot. I just kind of like the idea.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, yeah, the idea of Big Macs is good. So, Dominic, thank you for your call, man.
All right.
Take care. Bye bye.
Well, yeah, see ya.
JP, your cat. Your
It's frozen in a perfect spot. I just realized that. I'm not unfreezing it. We're like that for the end of the show.
okay. I think that'll be it. Thank you, Dominic, for your call. We could take one more. He does have Nicolas Cage as his Skype avatar. I feel like
Oh,
I
this
have
might
to.
be good.
All right, you're our last caller for the day. Grush, hello, welcome to 8 Bits. Or should I call you Mr. Cage?
Dad?
Hello?
Dad?
Is he talking to you, JP? I'm pretty sure I don't have any illegitimate children.
Wait, I'm frozen,
Oh.
so I can't talk.
You have-
Hey, JP, are you going to play FTL again?
Possibly. I actually haven't gone back to that in a while. I need to beat it on normal, but that's like winning the lottery. It's
It
fucking
is kind of
impossible.
like winning the lottery. I want to play the advanced edition. Really bad.
Wait, what?
The
You mean
advanced- All right,
you mean
I'm sorry. The captain's mode is what I meant to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Captain's Call or whatever.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Is that all you had, caller?
I just called it the joke.
I like that you have Nicolas Cage as your Skype avatar, man.
It's pretty cool.
I would probably be pretty upset about this call if that wasn't the case, but I'll let it fly with that. So. Hey man, Grush,
Yeah.
you're like the last caller of the night, day, whatever.
Okay.
So like, can you have like some closing thoughts? Maybe you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Oh God, I can't wait. Who's there?
Surprise.
Surprise who?
Look in your toilet.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. All right. JP, let's wrap this thing up. The phone lines are officially closed. They're not playing anymore.
I kind of wish Jeff was here just to experience that. Because I think Jeff would just be like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, what is this? And I would laugh so hard at that. Oh, that'd be so funny.
Oh my gosh.
I love how Jeff deals with trolls on his streams. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
It is 100%.
Can you give me an example?
Like he'll go and read a NeoGaf thread after him playing Dark Souls, and a lot of people will sit there and complain that he's like really bad at the game, so bad that like people think that he's trolling, and then he'll come on stream and he'll just be like, you know, here at the pro corner, as I like to call it, I play worse so that you guys have a better time. I mean, if I was just breezing through this and just one-shotting everything like I do and when I'm not streaming, you guys wouldn't have a good time. So I'm trying to set the record straight and show you guys really what struggle looks like, because that's what people enjoy. If I was just the best here, like I actually am,
I like
it'd
that.
be boring.
I like
That's
that.
great.
Yeah.
Jeff's good. You should watch the stream.
His stream is pretty awesome. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Did
JP,
we miss any big news? Final Fantasy 3 coming to Steam.
Honestly, like the
see
news
that?
this week was pretty. People all waiting. Yeah, I did see that. But people all waiting for E3. Like it's seriously,
4
it's like
weeks, man,
E3
4
secret
weeks.
mode. Like we're gonna hear stuff like, "Hey, look at this one screenshot. You're gonna see moving pictures at E3." Ah! But
Yeah, we had that Sony press conference leak, but we'll see if any of that actually comes true. People could write a fucking Google Doc and send it out, and people would probably believe that's a leak. So there were some pretty good guesses if that was actually made up. What will be shown.
oh my god, I'm so glad that someone kept that picture of your screen freeze.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more news. 24 minutes of Black Desert closed beta 2, 115 places in 24 minutes was just released.
Yeah, I flipped through it like about 20 times, and every place looked totally different. I was pretty blown away.
That game looks pretty graphically crazy.
It does.
We'll see if the game's actually good.
It does. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Closing thoughts?
Yes,
Shout-outs
closing
on the ship?
thoughts. And stuff.
Well, we got R&D, which I forgot about, which is tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern, I believe, is when that's kicking off. So we'll have more Pendragon. I think we're on week 5 of Pendragon, so 4 more weeks of that total, and then we'll swap over to a new rule set. Wheat, I think you're going to be doing some one-shots for us sometime in the future.
Yes.
We got to figure out when that'll happen exactly. So
Yes.
we'll have info about that. As for the immediate future, I'll be streaming Dark Souls 2 probably within 30 or 40 minutes. Sean's already playing it, so I got to go. Basically, what it is I sit there all day and mock Sean while I just breeze through all the bosses, and he stays on a boss for 5 or 6 hours.
Sounds pretty
Which
great.
is a lot of fun. So I'll be streaming some of that later. I might try to jump into Child of Light this weekend. I just want to see if it's any good. It's only $15, so it's not a big buy or anything. But yeah, apart from that, thanks everyone for watching. We had a good audience, and I think we're going to be doing a show next week, so you can tune in then. And we'll have a full cast.
We will. Yep. Same thing as JP. We got R&D this weekend. I'll hopefully be playing some Dark Souls 2 today as well. Go after those 3 bitches again. Other than that, Sunday I'll be streaming a little bit. And of course, it's Mother's Day, so I'll be spending some time off
Mother's
as well.
Day. Go buy something for your mom.
Yeah, don't forget.
Even if it's flowers.
And Monday is my birthday, and so I think I'm going to do what I did last year, and I'm just going to fucking literally roll out of bed and get on and turn on my stream and just play video games all day and not give a fuck.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Also, shout out to Twitch. I think you probably had something to do with this, for having the gaming talk shows category in the game directory.
Actually,
as well
I can't
as Dungeon
take
World.
I take all the credit for Dungeon World, but Adam actually asked me, so it was technically his idea.
Yeah.
But it was something that I wanted to do for a while. I got to give a pat on the back also to JT Entropy Fails of Twitch as well. Because him and I have been wanting this gaming talk show category for a long time.
I remember you talked to me about it a while back.
Yeah. So it's there. In fact, you saw 8-Bits under there. We have Twitch Weekly in about an hour, and that will be under there. But like, finally, we have a place where we can categorize the content. It also is cool because then, of course, VODs will show up there if they're not, if they're open, etc. So yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
You guys are gonna have to police it. There's a Minecraft streamer under gaming talk shows right now.
What? He's trying to get in on our.
He's trying to get in
our
on
viewers. JP he doesn't realize who he's messing with.
When
right
are we
now.
gonna have the official role play game?
Well, I've actually thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Something
I need to send you guys some graphics.
Yeah. So anyway, Guys, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of 8 Bits. We'll see you next time. And as always, you can follow us on Twitter to find out when we're going live or what we're doing at djWHEAT and at itmeJP. That's it for today. I'll see you in 1 hour on Twitch Weekly. And I'm out of here. Peace. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.